The death of Stanley Kubrik rocked the film community. He was such a titanic force in the industry, at once experimental enough to be mentioned alongside avant-garde directors like Jean-Luc Godard, Luis Buñuel, and Kenneth Anger, but with enough commercial mainstream appeal to bear mention in the pantheon of Alfred Hitchcock, Martin Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola, and Steven Spielberg. There's truly nobody quite like him in the history of cinema.
Kubrick also left behind several unfinished projects, and some of his unrealized projects have become the stuff of Hollywood legend. Perhaps most famously, Kubrick desperately wanted to make a film about the life of Napoleon Bonaparte, as he was fascinated by the French leader's military accomplishments and penchant for self-destruction.
He was such a mercurial dude. I'm sure you can talk about this more, but he was famously difficult to work with. You know, take after take, the opposite of like a Clint Eastwood, who's like a one take guy. He would do hundreds of takes for the smallest scene. His direction was apparently the most picayune points of an actor's facial gestures. You can see him sort of desperately wanting to do somebody like Bonaparte. And God, can you imagine the poor actor who had to sit for it, though? I mean, he was
Can you imagine it
famously
with
difficult.
Peak Jack Nicholson in the 60s? It would have been something to behold.
Something else.